Ever feel like you're playing a game where the rules are stacked against you? While most people sweat over their tax bills, the wealthy are out there playing by a completely different set of rules. Rules that let them legally avoid paying taxes. Shocking, right? But it's true. They're not breaking the law. They're just using strategies that most of us don't even know exist. Imagine if you could keep more of your hard-earned money instead of handing it over to the IRS every year. Sounds like a dream? Well, it doesn't have to be. The truth is, wealthy individuals have found loopholes that are perfectly legal, and they're using them every day to build and protect their fortunes. From smart investments to strategic use of debt, they've mastered the art of keeping the taxman at bay. And here's the kicker. These aren't tricks reserved for billionaires with private jets. They're strategies that anyone with the right knowledge can use. The rich aren't special. They just know the game better. Ready to learn the secrets that can change your financial life forever? Let's dive in and uncover how you 2. Can legally dodge taxes like the wealthy do. But first, leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel to receive more videos like this. Wealthy individuals have a knack for knowing how to sidestep taxes legally. Instead of simply relying on a traditional salary that gets heavily taxed, they prefer to make their money work for them through investments. Think stocks, real estate, or even fast-growing startups. For instance, investing in a company instead of receiving a cash bonus allows them to delay or sometimes completely avoid certain taxes. This isn't just about being clever. It's about strategic financial planning that most people overlook. It's not just about knowing where to invest, but also about generating income the smart way. The game changes when your money comes from capital gains, dividends, or other earnings that often have lower tax rates. While the average person pays high taxes on their hard-earned salary, the wealthy focus on income streams that are either tax-free until sold or taxed at lower rates. For example, investing in stocks and holding them for the long term means paying much less tax when it's time to cash out. But the real trick they master is knowing how to blend all these strategies. While most people work tirelessly for a paycheck, the wealthy have figured out that earning a traditional income isn't always the best route to financial freedom. Instead of depending on a heavily taxed salary, they focus on building wealth through investments and assets. Imagine living off the dividends from stocks, rental income from properties, or returns from a business. These income sources are often taxed at much lower rates, if at all, until you sell the asset. It's like playing a different game where the goal is to maximize wealth while minimizing taxes. For instance, instead of selling an appreciated asset, many wealthy individuals prefer borrowing against their investments. This clever move allows them to access large sums of cash without triggering a tax event, since borrowed money isn't considered income. It's a strategic way to keep your investments growing while enjoying the cash flow. So, when they need money, they don't cash out, they leverage. This approach not only keeps their tax bill low, but also allows their assets to continue compounding in value. The wealthy know that debt isn't always a bad thing. It's a tool that, when used wisely, can unlock new opportunities without the burden of taxes. Instead of selling assets and paying hefty taxes, they borrow against their investments, using them as collateral. Imagine having a valuable stock portfolio. Instead of cashing out and losing a chunk to taxes, they take a loan against it. This way, they keep their investments intact and growing, while accessing cash at a low interest rate. It's a game changer that lets their wealth keep building. Take real estate, for example. A wealthy investor might own a valuable property, but instead of selling it to access funds, they refinance or take a line of credit. This strategic use of debt means they get liquidity without giving up ownership or paying taxes on the gains. It's a tactic that keeps their financial momentum strong, allowing them to reinvest or cover expenses without losing assets. This strategy is about control over your assets, your cash flow, and your financial destiny. Wealthy individuals know that every dollar saved is a dollar earned, and they take full advantage of every deduction available to them. They don't just rely on standard tax software. They hire savvy accountants who dig deep to uncover deductions that most people overlook. For those with businesses or side hustles, this can be a goldmine. Think about home office deductions, travel expenses, or even meals. These can all add up and drastically reduce taxable income when properly documented. Let's say someone owns a small business. They can write off business-related expenses like equipment, advertising, or even a portion of their home if they work from it. Imagine paying for a work trip. Every flight, hotel stay, and meal can be claimed as a deduction. It's about knowing how to turn everyday expenses into legitimate tax-saving opportunities. And the best part? You're legally keeping more of your hard-earned money in your pocket. The key is to keep track and keep good records, because every little bit counts. Real estate is a powerful tool that the wealthy use not just to build wealth, but to slash their tax bills. When you invest in properties, you're not just buying land or a building, you're gaining access to a range of tax advantages that are hard to beat. One of the biggest perks? Depreciation deductions. Even as the value of the property increases, you can claim depreciation each year, reducing your taxable income significantly. It's almost like getting paid by the tax system to own an appreciating asset. For instance, imagine owning a rental property. Not only do you collect rent, but you can also deduct mortgage interest, property taxes, and maintenance costs. All these deductions help reduce the income reported to the IRS, meaning you get to keep more of what you earn. And if you decide to make improvements, those costs can be written off too, adding even more savings. It's a strategy that rewards you twice, through income and through tax benefits. This approach turns real estate into a dual-purpose asset, a source of cash flow and a tax shelter. The wealthy have mastered the art of playing the long game, especially when it comes to investing. Instead of chasing quick profits, they focus on holding investments for the long term, a strategy that offers significant tax benefits. When you keep an asset, like stocks or real estate, for over a year, you qualify for lower long-term capital gains tax rates, which are usually much lower than taxes on short-term gains or ordinary income. It's a smart way to keep more of your money working for you. Consider this. If you buy a stock and hold it for several years, not only do you benefit from the appreciation, but when it's finally time to sell, the tax hit is far less severe. This is why the rich often preach patience in investing, because it pays off in multiple ways. Even if the market experiences ups and downs, holding steady often leads to better outcomes both in growth and in lower taxes. It's about letting your wealth grow undisturbed by frequent sales or trades and avoiding unnecessary tax events. One of the best-kept secrets of the wealthy is how they use their primary residence to pocket tax-free gains. When you sell your main home, the IRS allows you to exclude up to $250,000 of profit if you're single, or up to $500,000 if you're married, from your taxable income. That's right, you could make a huge profit from the sale of your home and pay zero taxes on that money. It's a powerful tool for building wealth without the usual tax burden that comes with other investments. For example, a family that has lived in their home for several years may decide to sell during a hot market, reaping substantial gains. Those profits can then be used to upgrade to a bigger home, invest in other opportunities, or even fund retirement, all without Uncle Sam taking a cut. This tax break can be a game changer, especially when timed right during a period of high property appreciation. This strategy shows how everyday life choices, like where you live, can be transformed into smart financial moves. The 1031 exchange is a brilliant tool that wealthy investors use to keep their money working for them while deferring taxes. By selling a property and reinvesting the proceeds into a similar type of property, they can defer paying capital gains taxes on the sale. It's like hitting the reset button on your tax obligations, allowing your wealth to grow tax-free for even longer. This strategy isn't just about saving on taxes. It's about keeping your capital fully deployed in the market, compounding and growing. Imagine an investor selling a rental property that has appreciated significantly. Instead of paying a hefty tax bill, they roll those profits into a new property, upgrading their portfolio without losing a dime to taxes. This can be done repeatedly, compounding wealth while continuously building a more valuable real estate portfolio. Over time, this can turn modest gains into significant wealth, all while keeping the taxman at bay. This tactic isn't just for the super wealthy. Anyone serious about real estate investing can leverage this strategy. So, now that you've got the playbook, what are you going to do with it? You've seen how the wealthy navigate taxes like seasoned pros, using strategies that are completely legal but far from obvious. The question is, are you ready to take control of your financial destiny? Imagine keeping more of your money, investing it wisely, and watching your wealth grow instead of letting the government take a big bite out of it. The opportunity is there, you just have to seize it. What's stopping you from making these moves? Is it fear of the unknown, or just the comfort of sticking to what you've always done? It's time to break out of that mindset and start playing the game the way the wealthy do. Don't let the rules control you. Learn to use them to your advantage. Start implementing these strategies, even if it's just one step at a time, and see the difference it makes in your financial future. If you're serious about changing your life, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip that could save you thousands. Your journey to financial freedom starts now. Let's make it happen together.